Hey, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. Week 4 is here.
I feel like we say the same thing.
Has been here.
I really feel like we say the same thing every week.
We're consistent.
I say, hey,
That's
everyone.
okay.
You say, good evening, everyone.
We're consistent.
We're
People
very
like
consistent.
that.
So
It's comforting.
it's very comforting. So thanks for joining us. We have a ton planned this evening, as always. Sorry, just want that to buzz again. So welcome. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate that. And
Yeah, we had another exciting week of competition. A lot of events this past weekend. A lot of events coming up this weekend. So I think there's certainly a lot to talk about as far as what's happened so far, and maybe what we can expect going forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
So want to talk a little bit about this Vex Pro prize pack that we got?
In the past 3 weeks now, we've been saying, if you vote, you get a prize pack and all this stuff from Vex Pro. And we got our very own prize pack today from Vex Pro themselves. So we're going to show you kind of what's in it so you can expect and hopefully you would like to participate. So if you'd like to be entered to win a prize pack, all you need to do is you just need to vote. And you'll be automatically entered, and we pick one every week. So to start things off,
it's that easy, right?
It is that
just
easy.
Vote.
To start things off, you're going to get your very own Vex Pro sticker. That's going to come to you right to your door. You will also get we got a lot of them, so we can hand them out. But you will also get an FRCTop25 sticker. Thanks to Amy and all them over there. For designing that. So you will also get that, but there's way more. You will more? There's way more. You will also get some Vex safety glasses. They say Vex on them. Pretty awesome. You will also get Vex Pro safety glasses holder tie. What would you call this? I don't even know.
Sorry, I was trying to get this.
Vex Pro, so to put on your safety glasses.
A retainer. I like
a
to call them a retainer.
A retainer? Yeah. Okay. You will also get a FRCTop25 t-shirt right here. I don't even know if they can see that.
They can see.
Okay. And last but not least, one of our favorite items. We should have blown it out. But it's I'm not about to do it.
Go ahead. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
It's a FRCTop25 beach ball, so you can have fun with that on the beach or at your local event.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't end up on the field because it has our website on it, and we don't want to get blamed for it.
Yes. So, thanks to Vex Pro. That is something you will get every week if you vote. And
we'll be announcing the winner of this week's prize pack a little bit later.
Yes, and that will come to this person's door. So, thanks, Vex Pro. Hope you guys are excited as we are. Some pretty cool stuff in there.
Just want to throw up the agenda for tonight?
Yes, let's do that. So here's our agenda for this evening. Okay.
We're going to go through some regional and district recaps of what kind of went on last week. We'll do the top 25 through 16. We'll take a break, do some regional district previews for what's coming up this week. We'll take some questions. We have some topics we want to discuss. Then we'll do the top 15 through 6, a few more previews, take some more questions, and then we'll finish off with the top 5 as always.
Okay, that is what we have on the agenda for tonight.
Michael makes a good point. This match replay brought to you by FRCTop25.com.
There you go. There's Vex Pro's website. Oh, I forgot to edit it. You can just go to vexpro.com. Much shorter and easier to remember. Vexpro.com. All right. If you'd like to get in touch with us throughout the show, you can email us at mikeandjustinitm@gmail.com, and we will take some of your questions at our break later on this evening. We have a lot to talk about, a lot of issues going on in First right now, so we already got some things, but if you like some other things for us to talk about, feel free to email us or at FRCTop25 on Twitter. Last but not least, check out our blog section, FRCTop25.com/blogs, for all the latest viewer-submitted material based on what they saw or have been to and stuff like that. So check that out.
And if you're interested in doing a blog of your own, shoot us an email and we can get that started.
Absolutely.
You can kind of check out the blog section, see what kind of areas of the country or of North America or even the world that we're missing coverage in or don't have coverage, and you feel like you can fill that void. We'd like to talk to you about that for sure.
Yeah. So, in line with our agenda, our first item, I guess, is the Week 4 recaps. So, a lot went on this past week. We have a lot of districts and regionals to talk about. So, starting things off, we have the Arizona Regional. In Chandler, Arizona, that saw 51 teams from Arizona and California compete for the Arizona regional title. After 10 matches, the Coconuts, team 2486, remained undefeated, earning them the right to pick first. They selected the Hall of Fame team 842 and added 2403 Plasma Robotics. They gelled quickly, and after 4 matches, saw themselves in the finals against the number 6 seed 3785, 60, and 1726. And 2 matches later, the number 1 seed Alliance finished and became regional champions. Congratulations again to 2486 on their 5th Regional Champions Award. Double gold. They got the bling bling. Hashtag it up. Perfect regional, undefeated, and chairman's and dean's list. 2486.
Tough to beat.
The Coconuts.
The Coconuts.
Awesome.
Pretty awesome.
All right, what else we got?
So not too far away in Los Angeles, 66 teams competed for gold in Los Angeles. West Coast powerhouse, the Beach Bots, seeded first, going 9-1. They selected the Gray Bots, 973, who seeded 10th this time and weren't most of the way down the rankings. They added 980 to form a very strong alliance. Undefeated through quarters and semis, but met the number 3 seed of 294, Beach Cities Robotics, 1717 to Penguineers, and 5124, rookies out of West Torrance. The number 1 Alliance took match 1, but the 3 seed fought back, winning the next 2 to take the win. Congratulations to 2576, also the Chilean Heart from Santiago, Chile, on their first Regional Chairman's Award.
All right. Going over to the Boilermaker Regional. After 12 matches, Team 337, the hardworking Hard Hats, pretty awesome name, seeded number 1 out of the 40 teams at that regional. They chose 4213 and 4272 to join them. After winning in quarters, the number 1 seed was upset in the semis by the number 4 seed of 135, 3301, and 3147. Upsets on the other side of the bracket allowed the number 3 seed to reach the finals. It was their first 3 versus 4 finals of the year. It only took 2 matches to settle the score, and the 4 Alliance took the win. Congratulations to 2655, the Flying Platypie.
Not bad.
Also a great name. On their Chairman's Award.
So from Boilermaker to Buckeye, 54 teams met in Cleveland, Ohio to decide the 2014 Buckeye Regional. When the dust settled on 11 matches played, it was Michigan favorite 910, the Fully Free, set atop the rankings. They added 846, the Funky Monkeys, and 639, Code Red Robotics. The 8 seed challenged in quarters, and they hold the distinction of the only alliance to win a match against this juggernaut that was the number 1 alliance. They captured gold later in the finals, defeating the 3 seed of 2252 Mavericks, 379 Robocats, and 3591 Wild Warbots. Congratulations also to 217, the Thunder Chickens, on their Regional Chairman's Award.
Awesome. Water, water, water.
Lou, Lou, Lou.
So, are you not listening?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, do it again, just for me. Wait,
just for Justin.
One second. Okay, go. You could also do that. Yeah, right.
It goes right into it every time.
Perfect.
Will. So Justin and I had the privilege of going up to Waterloo this past weekend, and it was absolutely incredible. So 30 teams from across Canada and a very special visitor from California competed at the University of Waterloo this weekend. Even with the powerhouses in attendance, it was 39 makeshift robotics. Thanks for the T-shirt. That seeded number 1. They selected Symbotics 1114 and added 4907 stamps. After a convincing quarterfinal win, the number 1 alliance was on the wrong end of a few tough calls that saw them eliminated in 3 matches by the number 4 seed of 1241, 3683, and 4992. In the finals, however, the number 2 seed, led by Alliance Captain 254 with 2056 OP Robotics and 865 Warp 7, tossed and caught their way to gold with 254 and 2056, making it look super easy. They set the world high score of 350 with no penalties. It was really a sight to see. It was an incredible match to watch. Congratulations to 1334 and their well-deserved Chairman's Award, the Red Devils.
So while we're on the Waterloo Regional, I think it's appropriate to thank John Hobbins, Mark Bredner, Christine Bibick, Karthik, and Paul Copioli, everyone up there who were just super welcoming of us, and we just had a great time hanging out, and we were bystanders for a lot of the tough calls that we mentioned. But overall, I mean, as frustrating as it was at times to be on either end of the call, I thought everyone handled themselves very respectfully and graciously, and it was, it was fun to be there.
It absolutely was.
Watching.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh.
I was going to say, watching 254 and 2056, just toss and catch was unbelievable.
It was
so the knocks that this game has taken, to see it played that way was pretty exciting. I love that.
I mean, it was awesome to be there and to personally witness, and just the level of competition there is awesome. And we say it every time we talk about Canada so much, but just the environment they have up there, from top to bottom, from every aspect of what they do up there, is just so well done. And it's just a blessing to be there, and we just feel so welcome every time we go up. And so just thank you to everybody who introduced themselves to us, or just had a conversation with us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it was awesome after 254 and 2056 won and 865. A lot of the cheese poofs went outside of the venue, and a huge snowball fight erupted. And they weren't being shy about just absolutely just pegging each other. Simbots got involved. OP Robotics got involved. It was mayhem.
It was just every man for himself. People. It was just really funny, because cheese poofs don't get much of an opportunity, if at all, to be a part of snow and snowball fights. So I think they had a good time with it.
Yeah, it was really
just
cool.
a blast to watch them.
So before we leave, it's important to also congratulate Team 1334, the Red Devils, on
I did
their.
say that.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, again, congrats on your Chairman's Award.
Very well deserved. All right, you're up. On sait
the Festival de Robotique. Coming off their finalist performance at Tech Valley, Tech for Kids 3990 went undefeated and earned the right to pick 4950 and 3360. In Montreal, the combination proved unstoppable, winning the regional in 6 matches, finishing off the number 2 seed of 3387, 3382, and 3986 in straight matches. Also, congratulations to 3386 on their regional Chairman's Award.
Oh, I got to scroll down to see that.
The Festival de Robotique.
All right, down in the South. What kind of the South? The Virginia Regional. Richmond, Virginia saw 65 teams compete for the 2014 Virginia Regional. 2607, the Fighting Robo Vikings, seeded first overall and selected 1610 and 384. The alliance was well formed, and after defeating the number 2 seed of 2383, 435, and 1418 in the finals, took home the gold. And congratulations to 422 Mech Tech Dragons on their Chairman's Award.
I love 422.
It was semifinals match 1-2. Or 2-1.
For the world high score?
Yes.
Dun, dun.
Interesting.
So, in Wisconsin, teams from all over the United States met in Milwaukee for the 2014 Wisconsin Regional. 520 assist points for Team 537 broke a 3-way tie atop the rankings. After a couple declines, 437 settled with 2039 and 3418. After winning in quarters, the number 1 alliance fell in the semifinals to the number 4 seed of 3018, 706, and 1259. In the finals, however, it was the 4 seed played the well-formed number 2 seed, of 2481, 1732, and 2202. It was over in just 2 matches, with the number 2 alliance taking the win, putting up 245 points in finals match 2. Congratulations also to 1714 More Robotics on their Regional Chairman's Award.
All right. Up next, we're going out to first in Michigan with the Great Lakes Bay region. So thanks to Joe Kupchak for sending us some information. He said proofread, and I just kind of copied and pasted what he said. So
you didn't proofread.
I didn't proofread. So alliance selections: 288, the 7th alliance captain and 10th seed, picked 68, the 11th seed. And then they picked 48, 19, and the 32nd seed as their final pick. Quarterfinal 3-1, 288 runs into unsolvable electrical issues, results in a loss. And quarterfinal 3-2, 51-66, the 14th seed, is put in the replacement bot for 288 after 288 used their timeout. This is a last-ditch effort to try to make it semis. The 7th alliance then proceeds to have 68 play defense with 51-66 and 48-19 running 2 assist and trust shot cycles into low goal with the occasional high goal. Thanks to a few perfect autons and some very nice clean defense with superb shooting, the 7th alliance wins it after losing their alliance captain. It's especially interesting to note that the highest seed team left on the alliance, 68, was the only one playing defense, leaving the lower 2 to see the 2 lower seeded teams to do the scoring. It's pretty interesting. Congrats to 2137 Torque on their District Chairman's Award. So thanks, Joe, for sending that in.
So we have Traverse City from our other Michigan correspondent, Michael Coyle. So Traverse City's hard-fought tournament, no obvious favorite. The third seed beat the first seed in the finals. 36-02, 43-81, and 49-88 showed that high numbers aren't to be tripled with this year. We also want to congratulate Team 1711, the Raptors, on their District Chairman's Award.
All right. Over to West Michigan. Team 74 went a perfect 12-0 to seed first this weekend in West Michigan. They selected 70 and 53-16 and joined their alliance. The 5 seed of 27-71, 20-75, and 107 disrupted the number 1 seed's path to gold, eliminating them in the semifinals. In the finals, however, the 5 seed suffered the same fate as the number 1 seed in the finals, losing to the strong 2 seed of 20-54, 494, and 49-65. The Lions put up over 200 points in the finals to claim the gold, and the District Chairman's Award of West Michigan went to 1506 Metal Muscle.
So Mike Cole adds that it was some hard defense against 107 that kept the ball, keeping the ball away from them. They handed their first defeat by that strong alliance of 494, 2054, and 49-56. So if you want to read the rest of what's up in Michigan from Mike Cole, you can head over to our blog section on our website and check that out.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're up.
So the Pacific Northwest, Wilsonville, 44-88, used 30 more assist points to take the number 1 seed with a similar record over 28-11. They decided to select 14-25 in 2002. The number 1 alliance held their opponents to under 100 points through quarters and semis. However, in the finals, the number 7 seed of 25-21, 9-56, and 24-11 gave it all they had, but could not stop the momentum and teamwork of the number 1 alliance, falling in just 2 matches. Congrats to 40-57, the KB Bots, on their District Chairman's Award.
Man, 30 more assist points. When you think about it, it's not that much, actually.
No, it's
only 3 assists out of your 12 matches, maybe?
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest, Shorewood. 33 teams took the field at Shorewood. After 12 hard-fought matches, 13-18, took the number 1 seed. The only team there that had 1 loss. Their alliance with 45-12 and 29-28 ended up getting taken down in the semifinals by the 5th-ranked alliance. Also, congrats to 13-18 as well for picking up their District Chairman's Award.
32 teams took the field in Southington, Connecticut to continue play in the New England District. The Cyber Knights, Team 195, rose to the top after 12 matches going 10-2. They selected 558 and 999 to join them. The alliance was built to win and advanced to the finals with 4 straight wins. In the finals, the number 3 seed of 40-55, 230, and 28-36 wasn't going to go without a fight, taking the first match. However, the number 1 alliance regained their composure to win the next 2 and take the win. Congrats again to 558, going double gold and winning the District Chairman's Award as well.
Great. Got 2 more. Lenape Seneca. 39 teams took the field in Tabernacle, New Jersey for the 3rd Lenape Seneca District event ever. 2590 Nemesis led the pack with a 10-2 record and 771 auto points. They ended up selecting 1640 and 223 and lost in the finals to 316, 2559, and 3929. 2590 Nemesis also picked up the District Chairman's Award as well.
Lots of double gold this weekend.
Yeah, well, they 2590 were finalists.
Oh, yeah.
But silver gold.
Lots of cling bling.
There you go.
So last but not least, the Rhode Island District event. Team 1519, Mechanical Mayhem, seeded first, going 11-1 after 12 matches. They selected 21-68 and 51-63. The number 1 alliance won 5 straight matches to put them 1 win away from the district win, but the number 2 alliance of 78, 125, and 47-61 would have none of it. They won Finals 2 by 12 points and Finals 3 by just 2 points to snatch the victory away from the number 1 alliance. Congratulations also to Team 1100, the T-Hawks, on their District Chairman's Award.
Man, 2 points.
Yeah.
That must have been pretty crazy there at the end.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it. That was it, right?
Yep.
Last one. All right, so that takes care of our Week 4 recaps. There we go. Up next, we're going to do 25 through our 15th ranked team. And we'll take a little break, talk about some stuff, and keep it going. So in case you lost where we are, here is where we are. So we just did our regional and district recaps. We're about to do our top 25 through 16. Okie doke. Are you ready, sir?
Yep.
Okay. Our 25th ranked team through 4 weeks of competition goes out to Team 1717.
No stranger to FC Top 25 from Goleta, California, Dos Pueblos High School Engineering Academy. It's the Penguineers, 14-3 overall, winners of the Los Angeles Regional.
All right, so I've got the wrong slide up. The Penguineers. Finally got to see the Penguineers at the LA Regional. I think the Pauline on our Facebook, she posted a picture, I think from practice day of the Penguineers with all their
all the wheels.
all the wheels. They finished 4th overall. They were selected by 294. With the help of 51-24 won the event. The Strong Alliance put up an average of 169 points in their elimination run. They won Finals 1, lost Finals 2, but sealed the deal in Finals 3. Really interesting design with all the roller wheels that we just talked about. But we'll see the Penguineers again next weekend in Las Vegas.
The Penguineers.
What's going on over there?
I only have one mouse. I have to switch it back and forth.
Oh, all right. So that's the Penguineers, a team obviously that always has some great success. Finally got to see them play, and looks like an interesting robot. I honestly haven't been able to watch a video of them yet, but can't wait to watch one. All right, so up next, our 24th ranked team is Team 233.
From Rockledge, Cocoa Beach, Florida. Rockledge, Cocoa Beach, Space
man.
Coast, and Vieira High Schools. It's the Pink Team. 10-2 overall, quarterfinalists at the Orlando Regional.
Oh, sorry.
What's going on over there?
Look what I spelled.
The Pink Team.
There we go. All right. That was not on purpose. As talked about last week, the Pink Team blasted through the Orlando Regional with a record of 10-0, that region that was really stacked, landing the first seed, and unfortunately had the outing in the quarterfinals when their alliance was DQ'd for some illegal activity. With an impressive reveal video, the Cloud-type robot is one to be reckoned with. They're not done competing for the year, as they had to take the field again next weekend in Maryland for the Chesapeake Regional. That's the Pink Team. So going 10-0.
Yes.
Do you remember what you wanted to
talk about? Yeah.
Okay, can we go right?
Oh, I'm all over it.
So the Pink Team, obviously going 10-0 at Orlando, which had a lot of great teams there, hooked up with 624 and 1902. And again, unfortunately, with what went down, we weren't able to really see what that alliance could do. Well, I guess we did in the two quarterfinal matches, but not the rest.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see him have a chance to gel a little bit more. But I'm just going to look it up real quick. I'm not sure what's going on at Chesapeake. I haven't looked at that, but 233 should find some success there.
Oh, you're looking. Oh, I thought you had to do something else.
Perfect.
All right. Are you ready to go to the next one? Or you're looking up Chesapeake.
Yeah. 11-11. So there'll be some teams there.
Hawks.
But we'll bring that up again a little bit later when I
true.
talk about what I just remembered I wanted to talk about.
Did you write it down?
I did. And I'm ready to move along.
All right, so up next, our 23rd ranked team is team number 1678.
From Davis, California, Davis Senior High School, it's the Citrus Circuits, 36-1 overall, winners of the Inland Empire and Sacramento Regional. How are they 23rd?
I don't know, because especially when I'm about to say this. They have one regional win for every loss that they have in the season. So in case you're not keeping track, they have 2 losses, 2 regional wins.
I just said they had 1 loss.
Oh, did you? Did I write it in wrong?
I don't know. Do they have 2 losses? They have 1 loss.
What did I say? Oh, okay.
So it's like 0.5.
So
it's
they
even more
have
impressive now. Half a loss.
Half a loss.
For every win. Regional win. But, okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know why I got 2. Anyway, dominating Inland Empire and Sacramento, 1678 looks to make their 3rd victory of the year happen in SVR next weekend in San Jose, where we will also see 254. So we usually don't really make predictions, but we might have a good combination there. 1678, 254. How about that?
And if someone snaps a picture of both robots together, it might be a picture of the 2 most beautiful robots in all of FRC this year.
There you go.
They will be incredible looking together. That will be my desktop if that picture emerges.
So basically you're challenging people to make that happen. All right. So Citrus Circuits, I don't know how they're kind of far back there, but with only 1 loss in the season, playing almost 40 matches now.
Crazy, right?
Oh, mad crazy. All right.
So for the Ranger Robotics 3015ers that are joining us in the chat, I just want to point out that I'm repping my new 3015 shirt. Long time coming, local team. Proud to have it finally. Ready to move along? Yay. I like that. It's the best thing we've ever done on the show.
All right. So up next, your 22nd ranked team is team number 27.
From Clarkston, Michigan. Clarkston School is in CSM Tech Academy. It's Team Rush. 23 wins, 9 losses, semifinalists at Northern Lights, and finalists at the Howell District event.
So Team Rush is making the list for the second straight week. They competed for the first time this season inside the district model at Howell, taking home the silver medal, losing to the Brutal Alliance of 67-469 and 35-48. Compete again in First in Michigan this weekend at St. Joe's.
Team Rush has really built great robots. They've
They
been on
do,
the top
too.
25 a lot, but I feel like they're always kind of playing second fiddle at 67, 469, kind
Just
of that
in the
level.
shadows, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they build great robots, and I'm happy to see them on the top 25, but I feel like they're always kind of in the shadows a little bit.
It's kind of what sometimes happens up in Canada.
Yeah,
know?
sure.
But a lot of teams recently have been really making a name for themselves up there.
And that's
as
just
well.
and that's just an outsider's perspective. In Michigan, I'm sure maybe 27 is regarded right up there with them.
Oh
But
yeah, they always build beautiful machines.
as
and
far as
always-
Chief Delphi goes, and seemingly the rankings go, they're always just kind of playing second fiddle, but they build great machines.
second fiddle. That's an interesting expression. All right. 21st ranked team goes out to team 971.
From Mountain View, California, Mountain View High School, it's Spartan Robotics, 18-0 undefeated winners of the Sacramento Regional.
So the Symbot SS style robot of 971 took the field in week 3 in Sacramento and won a perfect 18-0. Spartan Robotics is strong and patient in defense and is able to finish the cycle for their alliance. They scored an average of 230 in the elim, scoring below 216 only once. Let that sink in. Look to stay undefeated. They look to stay undefeated when they compete again next weekend at SVR, a regional that's really starting to catch a lot of attention and a lot of success this year of teams that are going to be there, and it's shaping up to be quite the interesting regional. All right, you're lost. I knew it.
So, I just because we kind of made a mistake.
We did.
We talked. Oh no, I have the wrong team. I'm sorry.
971.
Oh, it wasn't Citrus Circuits.
What are you looking for?
I got Citrus Circuits and Circuit Breakers confused in my head. So I'm sorry about that.
There you go.
Thanks, Adrian.
All right.
Someone should get a screenshot of that.
I got you.
Thank you. All right. Ready to move on?
Oh. Yes, I did. All right. Our 23rd ranked team is Team 610.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Crescent School, it's the Coyotes. 14 wins, 5 losses, winners of the GTR West Regional. I always stumble when I say GTR West Regional because I'm essentially saying Greater Toronto Regional West Regional.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah.
I try to say
We
at
got you.
GTR West.
So many members of 610 made the trip to Waterloo to spectate that regional. But the Coyotes are looking to continue their success from GTR West at the North Bay Regional this weekend. Will be a regional to watch as 610, 772, 1310, and 1334 will be there as well. It was also really nice to meet Billy Lowe, so thanks for introducing yourself, and it was really cool to see you and a lot of members of your team there.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Sean Lim a little bit too, so it was great. 610 was demoing their robot for the people there, which were their last year's robot, so that was cool to see. World champion robot. So, yeah. That was Waterloo was just a great event, top to bottom.
Oh, it was.
We had a great time.
You just stole my expression.
Top to bottom?
I said it.
You did?
I did. Way earlier when we talked about Waterloo. So 610 will be there with their regional winner partners in 1310 Runnymede. So that will be interesting to see if they hook up again or see what else other teams have to offer there.
Sanzar just kind of... You just said about 27. They have 4 victories, 13 finals. You could say that they play second a lot.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. We're breaking the top 20 and we're going to 19, which goes to 987.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, Cimarron Memorial High School, it's the High Rollers, 15-2 overall finalists at the San Diego Regional.
So we happen just to be just chatting with Trent Weatherby.
Mr. Weatherby.
So we're just really excited to see High Rollers play again. Falling down the list a little bit, probably due to the fact that they haven't played since week 2. only losing 2 matches at San Diego, which were in the finals. The High Rollers have one more shot at a regional win when they compete next weekend at the Las Vegas Regional. We always talk about the programming changes that 987 makes and just the iterations that they make, and so it's cool to see. I'm excited to see what they do a little differently, or what else they have up their sleeve, maybe for their hometown regional.
Yeah, it's kind of. I think they want to win just like any other team, but they won Engineering Inspiration at San Diego, so they have their championship qualification all set. So hopefully they'll be playing in Las Vegas with a little less stress, not having to, not having to worry about that qualification. So I think expect great things out of 987 in their own backyard in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah,
robots, yeah.
Right up next, we got team number 195
from Southington, Connecticut, Southington High School. It's the Cyber Knights, 28-6 overall winners at the Southington District event.
Sorry.
What?
I just queued the wrong one.
Cyber Knights?
Maybe gave away the
number 1 team?
Yeah, or no, the 17th team.
Oh.
Could have been worse.
Could have been way worse. Everyone would have left. I would have looked up. There'd be 10 people watching. I'd be like, what happened? Like, I accidentally showed the number 1 team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
So, that's okay. So, the Cyber Knights, it's really nice to see the Cyber Knights back on the top 25 as they fell off a couple weeks ago. They really have an incredible machine with an awesome intake. They were ranked first at Groton with an outing in the quarterfinals, but they were back at it last weekend in Southington, also taking the number 1 seed there as well. This time they were able to take the Blue Banner home, winning handily in finals match number 3. Next on the docket for them is their district championship.
District championships is going to be interesting to see with the new districts like Pacific Northwest, New England, those new district championships and the level of competition there, and how they compare to some of the districts like Michigan and Mar that have kind of been going for a little bit. It'd be interesting to look at and compare. For those of you students of the game.
Yeah, so I guess I already gave away number 17. But our 17th ranked team is Team 359.
From Waialua, Hawaii. Waialua High School, it's the Hawaiian Kids. 29 match wins, only 5 losses. Winners at Northern Lights and Dallas Regionals.
So Hawaiian Kids are so far 2 for 2 for their regional wins this year, and they're looking for their 3rd win in the home state this weekend. We're just always inspired by 359. All the pictures and updates that Glenn posts on Facebook just looks like an awesome program that they have in Honolulu. And just wishing them all the best this weekend and all the other teams that they've probably started, most of them that are there, or had a hand in it at least. So 2 for 2 wins last week at Dallas, just with the win with 148. It was pretty incredible. So congratulations and good luck this weekend.
Yeah, I think that those kids are just have the most fun. I mean, they're just an incredible VEX team, incredible FRC team. They love robots. They live and breathe robots. They've essentially, they're in the Hall of Fame because of they've been able to spread their love for robotics across their entire state. They're just, the quintessential Hall of Fame team in my opinion.
359 is just how can you not, be a fan of them? So.
Yep. Aaron, you don't have to worry about that.
Here's one of those names. Up next, our 16th ranked team happens to be number 16.
From Mountain Home, Arkansas, Mountain Home High School, it's the Bomb Squad. 17-2 overall winners at the Arkansas Regional.
Okay. I'm sorry.
What?
Oh, sorry.
What's going on over there?
I wrote 16. Oh, no, that's right. See, I got confused.
I guess I got confused.
That needs to go on there as well.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
We got to remember that.
Yeah.
All right. So the Bomb Squad. We haven't seen the Bomb Squad compete since week 2. I'm really glad that whole fiasco has really calmed down. That happened at the Arkansas Regional. So unnecessary and so bad. Like, it just didn't need to happen as far as the aftermath and people saying what they did. So I'm really glad that's over. Not what happened at the regional, like the right calls were made and all that. So that was right, but what happened after. They're coming up north to Ohio to compete this weekend in the Queen City Regional. Kind of a bummer we're competing because it would have been nice maybe to go there and check them out. Can't wait to see how their robotics progress. They're another team that just never stops iterating and working on the robot. So really excited to see what Bomb Squad brings. I'm looking forward to seeing some more 3-ball action maybe, and seeing what they got in store. So maybe they're watching on the road right now. Who knows?
On the road again.
So that does it for our 25 through 16. Let me throw up the schedule there again for you real quick. So we're going to do some regional district previews, maybe catch a question or two, and we're going to just keep moving right along.
So sometimes I think we forget how big the state of Ohio really is.
It's huge.
Right? Like, I love the Bomb Squad. And we're used to competing in Buckeye, which is in Cleveland, Ohio. Like, it's 4 hours away. It's almost 8 hours to go to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And it's in the same state.
Yeah.
I forget how big Ohio is. It's gigantic.
And that's like north,
Cleveland
northeast to southwest.
Yeah, Cleveland to Columbus to Cincinnati is just the longest drive in the history of the world.
Something like that.
But we do wish the Bomb Squad the best of luck in Ohio.
All right. So, we're going to do some previews. Are you ready, sir? No, you're not.
I'm so ready. I was born ready.
You have no idea.
Shut up.
I think we're going to overuse that one. Okay, let me pull up the right thing. Oh, I didn't.
Are you ready?
No, I'm not.
That's okay.
You're right.
Does anybody else want to just take over? we can share this with you, and we can share everything we have in the Google Drive, and we can just move along. So.
Okay, now we're good.
Okay. So week 5 previews.
There it is.
Look at that. That was perfect.
Got it. All right,
Start with the Greater DC Regional. Brings together many teams that have already played once this season. A lot of veteran teams, a good mix of experience. Many teams will be looking to improve upon their performance earlier in the season. Expect 56 to look to repeat their win at Mount Olive, and 116 to look to improve on their finish at Tech Valley.
Up next, we're going down to the Peachtree Regional. I think we said last week. I thought we had seen the largest regional, but I think Peachtree may have broken that with 65 teams competing. I'm just going to take a strong performance to set a team apart. Always a crowd favorite, 2283 Panteras. I will be looking to bring home another gold medal after their win in Mexico. Expect 79 Team Crunch to try and get in their way after a finalist finish at Orlando.
The Hawaii Regional, quite possibly the best regional to travel to in first, especially with the weather in Rochester. Just winter is clinging on for dear life. The competition of this regional may be just as good as the scenery in Hawaii. Expect 11 and 359.
Mort's going?
To be looking for a deep run in elims. If they can partner up, expect any alliance to struggle to overcome that. 11's taking the trip.
Wow.
Jealousy. Much jealousy. Such rage.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, good for them. Great. Yay. They get to go to Hawaii.
Yay. Good job, George.
I haven't had a Big Mac in a while.
So, Minnesota 1,000 Lakes Regional.
How many lakes?
1,000. 10,000.
10,000.
Gotcha.
Lots of lakes.
You didn't put a comma in there.
I didn't do this.
I guess I got confused.
Okay.
One of 2 events going on in Minnesota this week. A pretty astounding fact is that the lowest team number at this event is 2052. For being that super regional up there, that's pretty impressive. 2052 is the lowest number at 10,000 lakes. Also, quite possibly, one of our favorite team names, 3083, the Chicken Bot Pie.
Fantastic.
It's awesome. Expect the competition here to be fierce with every team looking to come out on top.
And then the other side of Minnesota, it's going to be just as exciting. Every team's going to be battling it out to come on top in quals at the North Star Regional. Expect a good battle from the beginning to the end, all the way through the finals.
Long Island Regional. Most teams at Long Island are partaking in their first event this year, with most of the field competing again week 6 at New York City. Teams will be looking to hit the ground running at this event and continue this success through our limbs and possibly right on through New York City.
So we were competing this weekend at the Finger Lakes Regional, along with Tech Valley champions 1126 and Team 20.
The Rocketeers. So also got 341 coming to town.
Yeah, and we had a chance to actually do some driver practice today with 1592, the Bionic Tigers, and 801 Horsepower. They came to our school and was able to do some driver practice.
They're from Florida.
Yeah, 3015 was there as well.
Yeah. Got some good robot practice in the other day with a lot of local teams as well, 1511. And
yeah. So for a lot of teams at Finger Lakes, kind of the similar story as we kind of approach week 5 and 6 is that a lot of teams have played already. There's going to be a lot of experience there, and Finger Lakes is going to be pretty deep this year. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. Up next, Queen City, we talked about it a little bit. Cincinnati is going to be pretty packed with 47 teams taking the field in the Cintas Arena. Leading the pack will be the Arkansas Regional winner, the Bomb Squad, but also in attendance will be Cyber Blue, Kilobytes, Thunderhawks, and the Mighty Monkey Wrenches.
In 2016, the Mighty Monkey Wrenches. Across the continental U.S. a little bit to the Oklahoma Regional, which promises to be a great event with 62 teams in attendance. Expect the field to be very deep. Teams should have no difficulty picking a solid alliance. The real question is who comes out on top. Expect 23-52 Metal Mayhem and 17-42 Shockwave to get together and put on a good show.
Okay, the North Bay, right? I'm sorry. No, Oklahoma. Nope.
No, you're right.
North Bay.
Just the first sentence makes me laugh.
Oh, North Bay. This regional just sounds cold.
Yeah.
North Bay. With some of the Canadian powerhouses making their way to this event, expect this regional to host some great competition this week. Look for the likes of 188, 610, 1310, 2200, 4069, 4343, and our little friends, or not our little friends, our great friends, 4476, the Waffles, to look to back up their performances early in the season. Can we talk for half a second about Waffles' crate? Have you seen the updated
crate?
picture?
Did it have syrup on it?
Not yet, but it does have a butter slab on it.
Why don't you work on that picture and we'll move
right
on. To the Greater Pittsburgh Regional, an event that's going to see a lot of views on their webcast this weekend. This event will play host to some longtime first powerhouses in 48, 291, 771, and 1503. Well, most would expect these teams to come out on top. There are plenty of newcomers to the scene that want nothing to do with allowing them to kind of take the regional. Expect there to be some awesome competition, and as every team is looking for a chance to upend one of these powerhouses. Still working?
Yeah, go for the next one.
Smoky Mountains, 50 teams will take the field at the Knoxville Convention Center for the 2014 Smoky Mountain Regional. 38-24, 45-76, and 42-65 all return to defend their 2013 regional win. Local favorites, along with some new blood, will make for a great event.
All right, so up next we have
We're in Northern University.
Northeastern University. This event may also play host to Pat. I don't know if he's going or not, but maybe.
Maybe. He's thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. With many teams in North New England looking to get back on the field this week, expect the competition to be at an all-time high. 125 will look to back up their win last week with an even better performance on the field. 126 Gale Force, 157 Aztecs, and 1289 Gearheads will be looking for a share of that gold medal.
So also in New England, the Hartford district event, New England first second event this week, promises to be as exciting as the first. The list of teams at this event goes on and on. Hartford is hosting the likes of 175 Buzz Robotics, 176 Aces High, and 177 Bobcat Robotics, along with 228 Gus, 236 Techno Ticks, 839 Rose Robotics, and 2067 Apple Pie. There's a lot of Hall of Fame teams in that. This competition should be on par with some of the best events in first.
All right, so up next we have Livonia District, first in Michigan. Churchill High School will see 40 teams. Frog Force 503 in 2013. And 2013 Einstein appearance 548. The Robostangs will be at this event. Several rookie teams will be at this event, so it'll definitely be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Hang on, I'm just going to see what... I'm sorry.
All right, while you're doing that, here's the picture. I found it. Here's
Okay.
the picture of
Waffles Crate?
Yeah.
Go to town. Look at that.
I know we're on the side there, but isn't that awesome?
That is so cool.
Little butter on there.
That's a team that knows how to have some fun.
Oh, yeah.
So what did you just talk about?
I just did Livonia. So did you do Hartford or did we skip
nope.
Hartford?
Hartford?
Yeah. Oh, you must have did Hartford, yeah.
Yeah.
We're good. So what do you got next up there? You looking up some more Michigan stuff?
Yeah. And then,
You want me to take St. Joe's while you're doing that, or is that what you're going to talk about?
no, we'll just keep going. I'm sorry.
All right, a district event that we've talked about a lot in the past couple of weeks. St. Joe's will finally be going down this weekend. Team Rush, coming off their finalist appearance at Howell last weekend, will still be looking for their first robot gold of the season. They have an EI and a district chairman's award already, so they already have 2 medals on the season. There's also several rookies at this event as well.
So Waterford in Michigan has nearly a 50-50 split of veteran teams and rookie teams that will take the field together. A lot of eyes will be on the hot bot, Team 67. Most rookies will get a chance to play with or against 67, and there's plenty that they will be able to learn from them. This event also features a host of other strong Michigan teams, including Team 1, the Juggernauts, Team 51, Wings of Fire, 68, Trucktown Thunder, 469, Las Gorillas, and 1718, among others. Last year, with 1718, they paired up with 33 and 4779 to take the win. However, only 1718 returns this year to defend their title. It'll be interesting to see how eliminations shake out and where the rookies will fall into the mix.
All right. I'm sorry. I have no idea where
Okay,
we are.
Auburn.
The Pacific Northwest plays host to some of the best up-and-coming teams in first. 1983 Skunk Works will look to improve on their quarterfinalist finish at Eastern Washington, D.C. Expected to be a difficult battle through 36-63 CPR and 32-37 Bionic Braves as they look to improve on their previous Pacific Northwest showings. And our final preview.
We move from the Pacific Northwest District to the Mar District at Bridgewater this weekend. Mar continues its district schedule at Bridgewater. Hall of Fame Team 103 along with Team 303, the test team, fresh off their trip to Einstein, bring a lot of star power to this event. These teams know each other well at this point, and the title may go to the Alliance that can play the cleanest matches. Expect 1676 and 1403 to play a role in deciding who ends up with silver and who takes gold.
All right, so there you have it. All the previews you could ever have wanted and more. So, you want to just keep going? Let's do it. Or you want to take a little?
No.
You want to take a little break?
No.
No? Keep going?
Yeah. We got a good break coming up at 5. Lot to talk about. Or after the 6.
So just because I don't know, maybe I'll just hold off on that one. There will be a perfect time for it. I know it. So we're gonna keep going here. We left off on 16. So obviously the next one is 15,
14, 13, 12. Hey, counting is really hard.
I know. Okay, so Trent just texted us, and I was just reading.
Yeah.
What is district competition? That's what it stands for. I did. I said Eastern Washington, D.C. And district competition. Thanks, Trent. So, our 15th ranked team is Team 1285.
From Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rick Hansen Secondary School, it's the Big Bang. 22 wins, half as many losses, and winners at the GTR East and semifinals at Waterloo.
Made me think there for a second. So they're 22 and 11?
Yay! Hey, come on. Game show winner bell. Yay!
So we got some more information on 1285 Big Bang and how they became about. And so we learned that only about 6 kids from Theory 6 have shifted over and are on Big Bang. And both teams have about 50 students on each team. So amazing accomplishments by basically a rookie team. We got to see 1285 compete this past weekend at Waterloo and are impressed by their smart gameplay. Losing to the dominating alliance of 2056, 254, and 865. The Big Bang look for their second regional win in their rookie season at Windsor next weekend. So it was cool seeing the twins there.
Yeah.
You know, because especially with only 30 teams there, it felt like we were seeing one of them every match.
Yeah, right.
You know, so I know they look really similar, but I know John, I think, told us that 1285 was looking to adapt their shooter a little bit, so maybe it sounds like the intakes are the same, but
they have a slightly different shooter, one to the other.
And they were looking to make them, So that's a little more info there on 1285 and 1241. So our next ranked team is Team 330.
From Hermosa Beach, California, Hope Chapel Academy, it's the Beach Bots. 29 wins, 6 losses, winners of the San Diego Regional and finalists this past weekend in Los Angeles.
So with one regional win under them, the Beach Bots look for some more gold this past weekend at the LA Regional. Finishing top amongst the field, they selected 973 and 980, and they ended up losing in the finals against the previously mentioned 294, 1717, and 5124. Their ticket to Champs' Punch is they don't have any more regionals they are attending. We look forward to seeing them there. You can always tell a Beach Bots robot. They just brand themselves so well, no matter what the year.
Yep.
All right. Our 13th ranked team is Team 2590.
From Robbinsville, New Jersey, Robbinsville High School, it's Nemesis. 30 wins, only 7 losses, winners at H&H and finalists at Lenape.
So Nemesis with the robot Bellerophon. I don't know. You got a guess? I don't know.
No, senor.
They look to expand on their stellar performance at H&H Week 1. Taking the number 1 seed for the second time this season at Lenape, they lost in the finals. We'll still see them at the Mar District Championship, where they look to continue their success. Congratulations, guys.
Good to see some Mar love on the top 25 here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, it absolutely is. Because a lot of times, it's a little more dominated by Canada or Michigan or so.
California. Texas.
Yeah, all those areas.
Speaking of Texas.
Speaking of Texas, our next team goes to 148.
From Greenville, Texas, Greenville High School, it's the Robo Wranglers. 30 wins, only 5 losses, finalists at Alamo, and a perfect 18-0, winners at Dallas.
So after winning the silver at Alamo, the Robo Wranglers dominated the field in Dallas, going 18-0, as Justin just said, bringing home the gold. Compete again next weekend in Lone Star. I don't know what this is. Oh.
Who wrote it?
So I want to say that I did. I want to say that they're keep iterating, but apparently the key to stopping 148's iteration process is getting the team addicted to the game 2048. Amy let us know that or let me know that on Twitter today, or because we were talking about the game 2048. It's an app in the App Store. If you don't have it yet, you should go get it. It's awesome and it's addicting and it's really fun. It's like a numbers game kind of. So, yeah. Anyway, but obviously they're still making changes and.
So to be clear, the Robo Wranglers are, as a team, addicted to this game.
Yes.
That's a great strategy.
It is.
Maybe there's some other teams who can get addicted.
Yes.
Really get them off their game.
Yes.
254? Any Poops watching? Huh? 2048? Can I interest you in that?
Yeah. So 2048 is really anyway, but that's not a team. We're talking about 148. The Robo Wranglers.
Is it available on Android?
Yeah.
Oh really? Is that the game you tried to get me to download earlier?
Yeah.
And you said I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because especially you have a lot of work to do, like we do this week.
Yeah. Right.
Between Justin and I, we have so much schoolwork to do. So.
School's the worst.
Anyway, 148. The Robo Wranglers really made some changes and went 18-0. They have one more regional at Lone Star, so really excited to see what goes on.
So after 18-0, getting them to 12, if they can pull another win out of Lone Star with an equally impressive record, we can easily see them jump into the top 5 here, I think.
I think so. Okay, moving on. Our 11th ranked team is 624.
Staying in Texas, Katy, Texas this time is Cinco Ranch High School. It's Kryptonite. 25 wins, only 3 losses. Winners at Alamo and quarterfinalists in Orlando.
So beating the previously mentioned team at the Alamo Regional, Kryptonite took the field in Orlando, and we all know what happened there. We talked about it a little earlier. Unfortunate for 624, but they are another team that takes the field at the Lone Star Regional next weekend. 624 just has an incredible machine. Their 2-ball auto is really mint. Love the mechanisms or swerve or whatever they have on there, what they use. You can see a lot in auto and stuff, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah, that's 624 Kryptonite. Our 10th ranked team is Team 4039.
From Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, St. Mary Catholic Secondary School, it's Makeshift Robotics. 15-3 overall, finalists at the Waterloo Regional. Oh, semifinalists, the Waterloo Regional.
You want to fix it?
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, semifinals. Thanks for my shirt. I was wearing it earlier. Got a little cold, so I put a sweatshirt on. But thanks, guys. It was really nice. They gave us like this nice bag and a little tag. Yeah. It was so their team is also another team that's really well branded. You can always know who's on Makeshift. Pretty cool. So first time of the year that we've seen Makeshift. They really have a great robot. They are so very consistent. Great attitudes about them on every person on the team. I think was it this team they said had to play out of the 6 replay matches they had to play at Waterloo. Makeshift was in 4 out of the 6 or something like that.
Yep.
So. And despite all of that, still landed the number 1 seed amongst that deep and talented field up there at Waterloo. They selected 11-14 and made a heck of a run in the Elims, falling debatably short in the semifinals. They make the trip south to the New York City Regional to compete next weekend. Great work, guys. You have so much to be proud of. for all of your accomplishments so far this year. Thanks for the support again. Thanks for the shirt and just for watching the show.
And congratulations also to Matthew Alderson, who won the Woody Flowers Finalist Award. He's the one that gave us our shirt.
Yeah.
Great guy. Really doing great things up in Canada, like was mentioned in the chat by Aaron Gordon. Just another team, Canadian team that's just blossomed into this powerhouse up there, and they're going to continue making the name for themselves. And I'm sure they will find a lot of success in New York City.
Yeah. So thanks again, Makeshift and 4039. Up next, we mentioned their twin earlier. We have 1241.
From Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rick Hansen Secondary School, it's 36. 33 wins, 19 losses, finalists to GTR East and finalists at Waterloo. Man, they need to break through here.
Yeah. Losing to their twin at GTR East, 1241, was looking for the second goal of the year. I'm sorry, that's completely wrong. They took the field at Waterloo. They're looking for their first goal of the year, excuse me. When they teamed up with Team Dave 3683 and Team 4992 when they put up a valiant effort in the finals, putting up scores of 189 and 128, but lost to the Incredible Alliance of 254, 2056, and 865. So it was another team that was nice to watch play. That doesn't even make sense. But yeah, that's 1241.
They've already competed at 3 events this year, so with Canada moving towards district events next year, 1241 is really doing a great job preparing for that with a ton of matches played already. Over 50.
Wow. So, that's how do you compete if that's,
Yeah.
obviously, I was how do you compete if that's your first regional, but obviously 4039 did very well.
They've played over 50. We've played 14.
Wow.
So.
That's crazy. Think about 50 matches. That's pretty awesome.
Still got a whole nother regional and champs, and
Yeah.
they'll play 70 by the end of the.
At least, yeah. All right, our 8th ranked team is 469.
From Bloomfield Hills, Michigan International Academy, it's Las Gurias, 16-2 overall winners of the Howell District event.
So winner of Howell, they going in overall 16-2. Also taking the number 2 seed, the Gorillas. The Gorillas have 2 more district events back to back before the run in the First Michigan District Championships. The Michigan State Championships. So they'll be competing in 3 straight weeks, which is pretty interesting and
That's insane.
pretty demanding. But the Saturday, Sunday probably helps with that a little bit. Maybe you don't have to miss as much school. But they're easily loaded. They have a killer shot. Wish you guys all the best in this marathon run you guys have these next 3 weeks.
It is a marathon. Holy cow.
Yeah, really.
I don't envy that.
That's for sure. Up next, a team we finally got to see. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. Team 67.
From Milford, Michigan, Huron Valley Schools is the hot team. 16-2 overall winners of the Howell District event.
So winning Howell with the team we just talked about, 67 made their mark on aerial assists, going 10-2 through qualifications, taking the number 1 seed and winning the regional. They also took the Industrial Design Award. They'll be at Waterford alongside of 469 so next week. So maybe expect the 1-2 punch there with those 2 teams hooking up again. They'll also be competing at Lansing and then the district or the state championships. Another team doing the 3-week marathon.
Crazy.
Really interesting. So our last team before our final break here is team number 1986.
From Lee Summit, Missouri, Lee Summit West High School, it's Team Titanium. 32-5 overall winners at Central Illinois and Greater Kansas City.
So the experts in ball control, 1986 has 3 golds on the year, 2 wins and a regional champions award. Team Titanium is done with their regionals for the season, but are making preparations to make their run at St. Louis. They have a quick, maneuverable robot able to play any aspect of the game. They're the ones that did the 2-ball auto at Greater Kansas City Regional when they were paired up with 118. Just to show you how good this team is and how much trust, 118, who is very obviously well known and respected and powerhouse, if you will, the past couple of years. That's not to take anything away from 118. I'm just going to show you that how 1986 is again proving themselves as an up and coming and already powerhouse team in first.
10 platinum. So, Joseph just said that 68 is doing a 4-week marathon, 4 in a row. How do you even survive that? I've barely recovered from Tech Valley, and have had a week
Yeah, at
to
least.
prep for Finger Lakes. I can't imagine going 4 in a row. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's Kooky Talk.
That's
That's got to
Kooky
be on
Talk.
there, too. Soundboard.
I can start writing a note. What was the one from earlier?
I guess I got confused.
All right.
All
So
right,
go ahead.
so-
Lead the way on this maybe a discussion you can choose. I don't
Yeah.
know what you want to.
So we're at our top 5 break here, so we got a few things that we want to talk about.
Wait, I guess I got confused. What was the other one? We just said it.
I know.
It just happened.
I know, and I forgot. All right, so the game update, or the lack thereof, kind of a, again, it just reinforced what we talked about last week, that what we have now, that aerial assist is what it's going to be, at least until championship. So as much as we've kind of complained and this or that, we're kind of at a point where, it's just, we're going to have to live with it at this point and keep playing. There were some really good changes that kind of aren't game related necessarily, and that's a little bit of what they're changing at the championship event, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they're going to show that that each division will have engineering inspiration winner who will get bids and paid for to the 2015 World Championship.
Which is awesome.
Yes, but how
Yes,
they
but.
said yes, but how is it? And this happens at the regional level. How is it that the chairman's award winner ends up paying for their championship bid, but all the EIs don't?
I just think it's because this, I guess, engineering inspiration relates to industry a little bit better. So these companies that sponsor this award, like it's NASA and Dave Lavery that's stepping up to sponsor the engineering inspiration award and giving teams their qualification money for next year. Engineering inspiration rings a little bit better for those companies, right? They're inspiring engineering. That's something tangible that they can grab onto. I think the chairman's award is a little bit ambiguous, but like Frank mentioned in his blog, they are looking for, a sponsor for that award. I
mean, I understand. I understand it's NASA. I know that, and I don't know. It just it seems like the team. I don't know. Your Hall of Fame team, potential Hall of Fame teams, are paying their way, possibly. I know they said they were opening it up, years ago for, companies to step up and stuff, but nobody has yet. So
yeah, but what I do like about it is that it's going to really feel more. The division is going to feel more like a unified event,
Personal,
like a mini, not a mini regional, almost like a super regional, contained at the championship. They're going to give, instead of only being one engineering excellence award, right? Mm-hmm. Each division is going to be able to recognize the key teams in that division, and I think that's going to help a lot. Add to that each team is going to be able to select their own backup, or have 4-team lines to the championship. I think the championship experience is getting better, which is great, because there was a point there where we were spending a ton of money to go down to Atlanta to play 7 matches, and it was just, a lot of teams didn't go, and a lot of teams went and wished they didn't go. So I think that, these are great changes for a championship. They're going to make the final matches more important than the speeches. They're going to kind of keep it moving and keep the atmosphere up. So top to bottom, I think that it's going to be great. Also, I want to mention, and this is something I'm not sure about, maybe the I knew that was coming.
What?
The chat.
What were you gonna say?
I'm trying to remember. The chat really got me there.
The other thing they're doing, I just saw it, about timeouts.
Yeah.
That was another thing that they're just going to do 6 minutes between matches regardless, and they're going to maybe have some fun activities or something. Maybe, maybe the top 10 would be one of those that they do every year.
Yeah.
But that way there'll be no timeouts on Einstein. It'll just be a set 6 minutes between matches, and that's what you expect. That's what they can plan for and better plan and stuff. So I like that. That's interesting.
Maybe they should contact us. We could do something fun for 6 minutes.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. You know, just go out there and give her.
I was just giving her.
No, I remember what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
I think that it's. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to that.
So
sometimes I want to say something. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. Go ahead.
So they did come out with a game manual update. So I'm kind of trying to skim that a little bit. But as I'm rolling through, I don't know at what point it got changed. All yellow is what's changed on this update.
Yeah.
So it's things like this that I think are getting just all the controversy. G26-1 situations robots may not break the plane of the opening goals of the opponent's low goal in an attempt to impede opponent scoring in that goal. Situations violating this rule include, but are not limited to, having part of the robot inside the opponent's low goal for, quote, this is it, extended period of time, regardless of intent. What's an extended period of time? 2 seconds? 7 seconds? 10 seconds? I think that those are the kind of things, are getting, I think those types of things are what's happening maybe.
So another thing I want to discuss,
go for
this
it.
is what I remember earlier, is that it seems like Champion, and Mike and I had a good discussion about this in our Facebook message earlier in the week, but Championship is getting really hard to qualify, right? It used to be that it didn't seem to, with the registration, open registration used to be a thing, but first it's gotten so big.
So many events.
And there's so many events. I think there's almost 100 events.
I was going to say, how many events did we just do between results recaps and previews just for tonight?
So, I guess the team that hit me this week that I was like, crap, it's really hard to qualify for Championship was Wave Robotics 28-26. I think their team is incredible. I think the robot was very good, but they didn't qualify for Championship, and they're a really good team. If Symbotics wasn't already qualified via their Hall of Fame, they would be in a tough spot to make Championship, assuming they didn't win a Chairman's Award. So it's tough, and this is a tough game to win to begin with. So it seems like as we go on here, it's getting harder and harder to qualify. And and Mike and I were talking about reasons why that is and how to solve that problem in the future. And we didn't always agree on some of the ideas we had. But one of them was getting rid of the Hall of Fame auto qualification for
after a certain period.
Yeah, we said 10 years, right?
10 years.
You're in the Hall of Fame, you get a 10-year auto invite, and then after that, you have to qualify in your own merit again.
But in the other side of that is kind of what we were talking about is if you did that right now, right? We said there's 22 Hall of Fame teams.
Yeah.
So that would only be 12 additional slots, which right now isn't huge. I think I did it was 4% or whatever of teams. But the longer first is around, that's quite a lot of slots. Say 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, that's 40 teams right there.
Yeah.
What were some of our other things? Because think of it, I just kind of roughly counted. We had about 37 events that happened between last week and this week in just 2 weeks of this season. So you have how many Chairman's Award winners, how many EI's award winners, plus
Rookie All-Stars.
Yeah,
we talked about
Rookie All-Stars. So all those right there are not robot performance. Those are not performance based.
Right.
Do you think first would ever get to the point? Maybe what about this solution? What if you qualify for Chairman's Award, but you don't qualify because you qualify for Championship because of a Chairman's Award or Engineering Inspiration Rookie All-Stars, but you don't qualify as well for a robot related? Do you think you can just send some members of your team?
Don't say it. No, I hate that. Michigan tried to do that. When Michigan first came out, they talked about you can win Chairman's Award and you can go to the state championship and win the Chairman's Award, but you might not be able to bring your robot. And I didn't like that at all. I thought that was horrible. Just because the Chairman's Award is the Chairman's Award. It's the most prestigious award you can win, and I think it's almost a slap in the face to say, hey, you're a good team, but you're not good enough to bring your robot. So I don't like that. But I do think that, I mean, now that they've added 4 Engineering Inspiration Award winners, right, for the division, so they'll be coming next year, auto-qualify. We talked about we talked about getting rid of the legacy teams. I think that's unnecessary at this point. I love the appreciation that FIRST has for the historical aspect of this game, but it's very unique to FIRST, right? In all other sports, being a defending champion means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I appreciate that FIRST gives defending world champions and some other awards the right to come back and defend their title. That's great. But that's very unique to FRC, right?
Mm-hmm.
NASCAR, MLB, NHL, that doesn't exist really anywhere else. I think the ideal solution, I think that's kind of what we're waiting for, is when we have a world rankings, right? Everyone's in districts, everyone's in states, everyone's earning points, so we have this large list. Then you can start assigning bonus points for legacy teams, right? Your legacy team, you survived another year, you've been in FIRST for 25 years, you get 20 bonus points, right? Bomb Squad, you won you won national chairmans in 2000, you get 30 bonus points. So you can still give credit to these teams for their past accomplishments, but you're not giving them an automatic qualification to championship. So I think that's a good a good midline between.
So what about this? So what about the team that goes 0-12 at a regional, wins chairman's award, and is buried, like on this world list?
Yeah, they don't get to go,
even though they won chairman's award.
Yeah, so the chairman's award's worth 50 points, right? But that's not gonna be enough. Say it's worth 50 points, an arbitrary 50.
Sure, but
so they have no match wins.
Are they unable to compete at championship?
Yeah, they can't
for chairman's
go.
award.
Right. You have to be qualified in order to compete.
For whatever,
yeah. So, and I don't think that would be that bad. So there's, 65 chairman's award teams, and only, 13 of them end up at Worlds. Okay.
So it would.
So be it.
It would kind of produce your team to be more well-rounded in all aspects, chairman's award, robot-wise.
Right, really which is what we should be going towards, right?
Yeah. Interesting. Obviously, we don't have a right answer or a solution. It's just more to, I think, get us talking and get people talking about it.
Yeah, come up with ideas.
Because it's
a problem. It's coming to a head here.
It's coming
very quickly.
It's very within the next 2 or 3 years. I think it's going to have to. There's going to be a major overhaul. I think there needs to be, at least, of the system and how teams qualify and stuff. So,
I think I don't know the exact number, but it's got to be at least 25% of teams at championship are getting there, not based on robot-related stuff, right? Rookie All-Stars, chairmans.
How many events are there? Is there 100? Like, I don't know. If somebody could write,
but it's a lot.
Somebody knows. So there's at least 75 because we just counted 37 between these 2 weeks. So conservative 75 times EI and chairman's award at each one of those. I don't exactly. I'm not well versed on the district models and how that works with the. But you're looking at 150 teams out of 400.
It's
roughly.
Too many.
150 teams out of 400 that are there, not necessarily because of the robot. Obviously, we see some teams that double dip, but if you want to see competition at championship get level up, then I don't know. It's interesting.
Like speaking from a team that has won 8 chairman's awards, that have won 1 regional in that time, we have not qualified for championship on merit, robot-wise.
Except once.
Yeah, except once, right?
1 out of 8.
And in many of those years, we did not deserve to be at championship. So from a chairman's award heavy team, I'm still saying that if our robot doesn't qualify, I think we should not go, right? Even if we win chairman's, I think that we should be a well-rounded enough team, both in chairman's and robot, to be at the world championship.
The world championship.
So I think that's fair. Others may disagree, and that's fine. But like you said, we got to get people talking. But I know Wave Robotics has a great robot. They're a great team, and I think that the championship event is a little less without them. And they're the first team that I happen to recall off the top of my head who is not going to be a championship, and I'm sure by the end of this this regional district season, there'll be plenty of other great teams that don't make it. So
check out the damage strategy. No. I got to read this later and dissect it a little more.
So rookie
So-
all-star. So that's actually where we disagreed a little bit, I think, right? Because didn't you mention something about rookie all-stars not going? Maybe not.
No, isn't it? You're right. No, it was because I was more like rookie all stars. Yes, like I think you could maybe cut some there, because again, so let's throw that in as well. Region Chairman's Award, EI rookie all stars. There's 3. We'll again use the 75 because I don't know how the district models work and anyway. That's 225 teams if they all go. If they all go,
There's some overlap and
sure.
yeah,
If they
winners
all
and
go.
stuff. But my counterpoint to that is why I think it's important that rookies go is because we have a lot of teams in first that are just one and done, right?
Mhm.
So they show up. It's they have an unsuccessful year. Maybe the robot's not that great. I think getting a rookie team to go to championship and see what that's like is important, and I think it's important to the growth of first and sustaining new teams. I agree that rookies teams and just the nature of being a rookie, they tend not to be as competitive robot-wise. So it's kind of contradictory to what I was saying earlier. But I think it's important that rookies are there to at least experience that. Because if you're kind of one and done and don't have that ability to be inspired by the championship event, you might not come back next year, and that's not good. That's not going to be good for anyone.
I mean, I
So-
understand. I think it's a great experience. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a great experience. I don't know. I think there's a lot of options. There's a lot of ways to do it. Go ahead.
But you could also make the counterpoint that nothing's stopping a rookie team from going to championship to experience that without the robot. It's free. It's open to the public. If you want to go and get inspired, go and get inspired. Right?
That's it's really interesting, and I think that's why. I mean, we obviously disagree on some parts of it, and everybody's going to disagree on it, and it's just something again that we need to consider.
But maybe something we can discuss next week. Email us your thoughts, and maybe we can talk about it again next week. But
We'll
I think
have
we
some
should.
visitors or something.
Yeah, I think we should get moving here.
So another thing I think we really need to talk about.
Uh-oh.
You want to? Is that okay?
Yeah.
This first one here?
This one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, the thread that's on Chief Delphi right now, that's the 301 plus match. What happened at? I forget the regional. Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
In case you don't know, both alliances in the finals were approached and said that if both teams score over 200 points in the match, then I will donate $500 off your registration or whatever. I will donate $500 to your team. So both teams, I guess, agreed to not play defense on each other and ended up doing it, and both teams now have $500. So thoughts? Do you not want to get into it?
Yeah, not really.
Then why'd you let me go this way?
Cool.
We're just watching the chat here.
It's sketchy. It's sketchy. The teams involved made that decision on their own, but I think it's sketchy, and I would like to see first maybe reach out to that sponsor and just say, hey, we understood you meant well, but in the future, if you could not put a cash prize on in the finals matches, we would prefer that.
Now I'm not going to be able to find it. The one thread, the one post that I loved and I completely agree with, and says that if you were to do that regardless, of what was incentive,
Mm-hmm.
then more power to you, whatever they said.
Yeah.
But if your actions change because of it, then
Yeah. I think that, I guess, that thread, some others on Chief Delphi, I guess I just need to say to all the 150 people watching right now that Chief Delphi needs to change in a big way. I think that Chief Delphi has become a place of negativity and arrogance, and people just like to one-up each other all the time. And a young kid posts a design, right? A new person posts a design, and everyone views it as a chance to jump on that person and really cut them down. And people will say, oh, we're just trying to help them. But some of the comments are just so negative and short and annoying. I hate what Chief Delphi has become. I've been doing this for 10 years. Mike's been doing this for 10 years. I've been on Chief Delphi from the beginning. I've seen the change that's happened. We got to clean it up. Everything needs to be so much more positive.
Yeah.
Because it is the only place. There's FRC Reddit, which has its merit in some instances, but for the most part, that's the only place where we can all come together and talk about stuff, and nobody wants to come to a negative place, and it really has become a very, very negative place, unfortunately. So I think we can all do a little bit better job. I can't believe how 3 or 4 years ago, at this point, half of your newsfeed would be taken up with thanks and congrats.
That was a great post by Meredith
for all these regionals, and maybe it's happening a little bit in the regional threads more than in the past. But it used to be such a cool thing where a new thread would be started, and the whole purpose of the thread would just be to talk about and congratulate everyone at the event. And it just doesn't seem to be happening as much.
We talked about this a little bit ago. It's so easy to hide behind a username. Your username on Chief Delphi, even if it's your username, it's easy to hide behind that, especially when people are, like you mentioned in your comment, that now there's so many throwaway accounts people are using.
Yeah.
It's just not right. So, all right. I guess that's kind of it.
Think twice before you post, I guess, would be my only recommendation.
It's not, it's so cliche and people say it all the time. It's not gracious. It's not professional. It's not. Like, have some class,
I think a good thing to do would just be to have a approval process for people. New accounts have to be approved before they're allowed on, and you should require a picture, a team number, a location, and stuff like that. Because people just creating accounts and bashing people has just become the norm, unfortunately. But anyway, people come here for robots, so let's move on.
Yep. All right. So we'll take another quick break at 3. It's only 3 teams away, but the prize pack winner for this week goes out to Chief Delphi name Robot Fish. So if you happen to be listening, send us an email at mikeandjustin@itm@gmail.com. Alex Bishoping is in the chat.
Alex, driver extraordinaire. Good to see you, buddy.
So if Robot Fish is happening to be listening, you can email us at mikeandjustin@itm@gmail.com, or we'll send you a PM. Okay. So our 5th ranked team is team number 118.
From League City, Texas. League City, Texas, Clear Creek Independent School District. It's the Robonauts. 33 wins, only 1 loss. Winners at Alamo and Greater Kansas City.
So the Robonauts, kind of talk about the team earlier. They have 2 regional wins in the season as well. They look to make it 3 at Lone Star next weekend. 118 produces such clean and amazing machines. I'm excited to be able to sit down and just watch them play. Kind of had a really busy first season so far, so I'm really excited to kind of sit down and watch them at Lone Star, unless some of you would like to send us there.
Lone Star?
Yeah. You want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Why not?
Texas, maybe it'll be a little warmer down there, huh?
Yeah, right? Certainly isn't happening up here. But where was Robonauts last week?
I don't know. We need like Pat Flynn in our ears to
Yeah, go ahead. Yep. Okay.
Be quick. So, as you're working on that.
First? Last week?
First, yes. It's so easy how we forget so fast.
So, they dropped a little bit. All the way to 5. Some new teams showing up in the top 5, and then some moving around. But if they can come out and have a strong win in Lone Star, then I think they really compete for that top spot. And it seems like voters, when they think of one team, right, that happened to be a part of a winning alliance, the other higher seeded team, or the second pick most often, ends up going right with them, right? 469 and 67 ended up together. 1986 and 118 have ended up next to each other. So if 118 can pair up with maybe 148, who's in the 12th spot, and they get voted together, we could see a couple Texas teams take over the top 3.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
Okay, our 4th ranked team is Team 33.
From Auburn Hills, Michigan, Notre Dame Prep, it's the Killer Bees. 29 wins, 5 losses, winners at Southfield, and semifinalists at Great Lakes.
So it's been far too long since we see the Bees play, but we got to see them last weekend at the Great Lakes Bay Regional District. They ranked 2nd and accepted an offer from the number 1 seeded 21-37. They went out in the semifinals, probably with a little bitter taste in their mouth. The Bees compete again next weekend at the Troy District event, and then again at Michigan State Championship. So I haven't been able to catch up on their matches yet.
I watched the elimination matches today.
From here? They went out in the semifinals. Did you
Yeah.
see where the Bees went out?
Yeah, they just had they lost comms in one match, and their alliance just didn't play very well the other match. So I agree, the Bees probably do have a sour taste in their mouth, but they'll shake it off at Troy, and then they'll be a force at MSC for sure.
Yeah, definitely. All right, our 3rd ranked team is Team 11-14.
From St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, Governor Simcoe Secondary School, Symbotics. 26 wins, 6 losses, semifinals to GTR East and Waterloo.
So coming off their semifinal finish at GTR East, 11-14 made some changes to the robot. I was asking JT there. Their robot used to open and close like their mouth, but now it's just fixed. It doesn't open anymore. But it really doesn't matter because we'll talk about the intake in a second. They ranked 3rd behind 40-39 and 254 at Waterloo. We were all hoping to see the 11-14, 40-39 versus 254, 2056 matchup. But unfortunately lost on some penalties in semifinal match 3. Symbotics just has hands down one of the best intakes out there in aerial assist, if not the best. They really, as JT told us in the pits, they really kind of implemented a policy during build season that you touch it, you own it. So if any part of your roller intake touches the ball, you need to have possession of it. Just incredible the way the robot catches. And I took a video on my phone. I was going to load it up, but it's not the best angle to watch it. But we were down field side when 11-14 comes to get the human player, and it just sucks that ball. That's exactly what it sounds like. And it just they can catch it from pretty much anywhere, like almost 180 degrees, like parallel with the thing, and it could still like almost catch it. If it just nicks it on the field, it's got it.
And they have the best human player in all of FRC.
He's just the extension and the height he gets on his jumps are just awesome. So really proud of Graham, who's one of their drivers. He was telling me after they lost in the semis, he's like, disappointed obviously, but he's like, it's not getting me down, and he's not letting it get the best of him, and I just really appreciate that from him, and he can't wait to compete again next weekend in Windsor, and I know a lot of us can't wait to watch, and so just really happy to see Symbotics and just how they handled the whole situation there and everything that happened.
So it's my turn to praise Graham for a second
Go for
now. If you've been following the Waterloo thread, obviously it was a controversial decision, and he spent a lot of time in the question box making his case and hearing the rebuttal from the referee. And for a high school student to stand in the question box and have that much composure and poise and professionalism was absolutely inspiring. Every mentor, teacher, parent that gets to work with these kids across the board, FRC students are just the best of the best. And the maturity that I see out of these kids all the time, and our team, Symbotics, everyone is, the students are the best. So anytime you get down, I kind of get that mentor burnout or anything like that. Just remember that, we're lucky enough to work with the best kids. And Graham is no exception. I mean,
Yeah.
he was incredible in that situation.
It was great talking to JT and Graham and Brandon Pruniak.
All of 11-14.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, guys, for your hospitality and everything that you're doing up there. So before we get to our final two teams,
Where did you find that? Did you Google
okay, here's what I
Waterloo?
No, I didn't.
Waterloo sound effects.
I researched, or I found a drum roll and a crash, and then I found the ta-da, and then the way I did it in iTunes, if you uncheck these, like it'll automatically go to the next track.
Mm-hmm.
But since it won't go to the next track if you uncheck, so it plays this one and then goes right to that one. So, so before we get to these final two teams, any new thoughts on aerial assist?
New thoughts? No.
Yeah, like anything changed? Or I think at this point we kind of talked about earlier. Like, I think now we keep hoping every week that something major is going to change. They keep making some minor tweaks and stuff and things that have helped and stuff like that. But you think a lot of people are holding out maybe for, like, championship and hoping that something changes?
Maybe a little. I know I am.
Yeah.
I hope the catch points.
I think at this point, now that's all. It's not, nothing major is going to change anymore.
Yeah, I hope the catch points get increased. Should try to encourage that. Because to me, it's the only exciting thing that happens in this game. A catch is the only... the only thing that brings people alive at the event is a toss and a catch. Everything else is pretty much even keel. It's not an exciting game except when that happens. So if you boost the points a little bit for the catch, maybe we might see a little bit more. Now, I understand people are like, well, if it was worth more after kickoff, maybe we would have done something about it. Sure, whatever. Our robot's not a great catcher either, but I still wouldn't be upset if, 5 more points, make it 15 for a catch. Anything to make this game a little bit more exciting. Because right now it's a bottom 3 game as far as I'm concerned.
Because look at 2056 and 254, like they caught, but even a good system wasn't 100%. Like even the good catchers aren't that successful at it at times. So I don't think anybody should be upset if they change that.
Yeah.
Because you can be a part of that. You know what I mean? Like, say you're not the catching robot, but you can be the robot that throws it to them over the truss.
Yeah, it's a great point.
So,
or on that alliance,
Yeah,
it's a great point.
So
I hope they make that change. So before we get to the top 2, I guess we'll do the.
Welcome to the finals.
You're just a click too early.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So before we get to the top 2, we'll do the teams that just missed the list.
Sure.
And then we can have Karthik introduce us to the finals, which is just the greatest. Sorry, this spreadsheet is just massive and takes forever to load.
It does. I was just saying, if I didn't even have it up, so I couldn't help you out there. So we haven't done this one. I don't want to spoil this one on the bottom. Should we just wait for a really good time to use it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we will.
It might be next week then.
All right. So just missing the list. This is really funny.
What? Oh, because everybody was
Yeah. So just missing the list. 26th. They missed the list by 4 points. Was Team Dave 3683. 27th was 558. 28th was 973. 29th was 3990. Tech for Kids. And 30th was 842. Fucking Robotics.
Hat. Oh, we gotta find that. Paul Covioli. Hat.
So Brendan Brown, absolutely right. FRC Games need a review panel from FRC people. He's absolutely correct. Yeah, the game's not a secret anymore. Tough. Not going to keep paying $10,000s of dollars and donating hundreds of hours for subpar games. The secrecy.
We had three good ones
thing
in a
has
row.
got to go. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you could. I mean, you could do an NDA with some trusted, first people. I don't want to say, for lack of a better term, celebrities in the first community.
Is that us? Is that us?
It could be. I mean, I'd put it in our application, but you know what I mean?
Oh, application. That's a good idea.
Like, put in your
I
application.
think they did that, didn't they? They used to have a rotating member of the GDC, which is a member of the FRC community.
Somebody from 191.
Yeah,
I don't know if they still
a
are.
woman from the Ice Cats did that. I don't know if they still do that. But a review panel is absolutely what needs to happen.
But at what point in this do you have to do it over the summer? Like, because
Yeah.
Could you?
And he's right again. The game is already known by a lot of people. It's not that big of a secret. But anyway, is the game subpar or the rules subpar? Both. I think the game and the rules are subpar.
See, if you could do it, to keep it more. If you could try to do it, keep it more on the secret side. You could have these people come in like September, October, November, where you could still maybe make changes to the rules. I know that pushes it and everything but if you had given us the field, like, because I know, the field is designed and put together and built. Like if you still had the same field from this year, you could make rules a little different or whatever and still change the game dramatically, having the same exact field, you know? So you could, instead of doing it over the summer or in May, June, whatever, you could do it closer to when the season starts and work more on the rule side of it than the actual game. Because if you gave us the game pieces, gave us the design of the field and everything, like you could almost still come up with, not a different game, but maybe how it was differently played or whatever.
So maybe our stance wasn't, I'm not saying the game shouldn't be secret. I think 99% of people should not know the game, but there should be more than the select few individuals on the GDC that are responsible for producing a product that people across the board are going to spend millions of dollars on. So I think
like a Jim Zondag.
Absolutely.
Who else?
Karthik.
Like a Karthik.
All of the Vex Game Design Committee.
Yeah. So I think that's another.
That's another time. So here we go.
One more comment.
Oh boy.
It is. I'm sorry. It's sometimes it is hard to know how the game is going to be played. Like it's so easy for us to say this game stinks
absolutely.
and
Hindsight's
it's
2020.
the rules are terrible, but it's like you can only do your best for not actually seeing people that have spent 6-7 weeks building a robot how to play the game.
But can I say where it's unacceptable?
Sure.
So they wrote the rules, right? They thought of the game. They wrote the rules. They released the game, and all FRCers' initial thought was, "Oh crap! If a ball is stuck in your teammate alliance, right? If the ball is stuck in their robot, we lose, right? There's nothing we can do at that point." They didn't catch that. They didn't realize that was going to happen. That tells me that most of the people designing this game are not familiar with how FRC goes. They had to come up with the dead ball after the fact. Yeah. That to me is, you didn't look at the game. You didn't put it through any sort of enough quality control. It's just, if you miss that key aspect of it, I don't know I don't know. That to me is where I kind of like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But
so I guess that's our official application to
yeah, right.
be on this committee. All right. So can I do it now? Can I do it now?
Yes.
Welcome to the finals.
Very good.
There we go. So
before we do this, before we do the two, I just want to say thanks for watching. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Tell your friends. Remember to vote. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Again,
thanks for that.
Yeah, we wouldn't. And I mean, we do this every week for you guys, and you guys make it so worth it. And it's 4 years now going on this, and it's just
it's been a wild ride, but we love it. And it's, as much as we curse and complain throughout the week about how much effort it is and work to pull this off, when we get to sit down here and actually do the fun part, which is actually being on the air and talking and interacting with you, it makes it all worth it. So thanks for watching.
Again, thanks to
Vex
oh
Pro.
My gosh, sorry.
What's going on?
Vexor Pro?
Vexor Pro.
We good.
Oh, we good.
Again, thanks to Vex Pro for all your support. To Grant and all the guys down there. Thanks a lot so much.
All right, so the number 2 team
goes out to team number 2056.
From Stony Creek, Ontario, Canada, Orchard Park Secondary School, it's OP Robotics. 16-3 overall winners at the Waterloo Regional.
So we finally got to see what Orchard Park Secondary School came up with for aerial assist. Kind of got some tidbits of information while we were up in Waterloo. We learned that they bagged the robot unfinished this year. And we all kind of saw that on practice day. The 2 matches that I were able to see was like the last 2 matches of the day on Thursday. They played back-to-back. The first match I saw, they started with the ball in autonomous, but ended up shooting it. The second match, they didn't even start with the ball in autonomous, but they were passing to other robots like a champ. So it's like, because I know Tyler Holtzman put on Facebook, I think, like just stopped in. It was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks into the season because he took a step back this year. And I think he posted and said, like, just stopped in to see 2056, and they're doing like a great job and really proud of them. So I was like, maybe they really went like the compliment bot robot this year and just made a really awesome passer because they did that really, really well. It was so smooth. And then, as we all saw on Friday and stuff, saw them eventually making some auto shots, and then 2-ball auto And then they won the regional. So awesome job. The streak is still alive at 18 regionals in a row, never losing a regional. It's incredible.
It'll never be touched again.
No.
You were witnessing history. Every regional that 2056 goes to. 18 regional wins in a row. Never lost a regional. How is that a thing? Like, holy cow.
So,
all right. It was great to see them catch so many great passes throughout the event. It was
awesome.
just cool. We were very happy to see them win. And it was probably a very proud moment, like you talked about, for Tyler Holtzman, who had to take a step back a little bit this year, but 2056 still operating at an incredibly high level. He left them in very good hands. Not that he left them completely, but
it was good to see Heather there from, I don't know if she's on break. From university or whatever. But it was good to see her back. And I know
passing the torch a little bit.
Karthik or Symbotics posted, I forget who it was, about so many alumni from 1114 made the trip.
Yeah.
So it's just same thing happens like, with 340 and stuff. A lot of alumni come back.
I love those two teams. They are awesome.
Mm-hmm. So that's no surprise. Or I guess no surprise left or whatever. The number 1 ranked team through 4 weeks competition goes to 254.
From San Jose, California, Bellarmine College Preparatory School, it's the Cheesy Poofs. 34 wins, 4 losses, winners at Central Valley, winners at Waterloo.
So don't think it's anybody's surprise that the Cheesy Poofs are sitting atop the top 25 after this performance last weekend. Being able to see this robot up close, it's just absolutely phenomenal and incredible. Not only cosmetically is it stellar, just its functionality as well is just top notch. It's just gorgeous. 3-ball auto was working very well, but apparently not well enough that EJ owed Paul some donuts. But they can score from anywhere in the field, and it was just, man, that team is just inspirational. Their pit.
It's the only way to describe it. It's inspirational.
Yeah.
Wherever. Okay, so what I love the most, and again, a student of the game, I love FRC. I love the different teams, and 2056, incredible robots. They, 18 regional wins. They're an incredible team, but as far as I'm concerned, the complete package, top to bottom, belongs to 254. The image of their team, their image standards, their branding, their robots. The robots are perfect. They're beautiful. Everything is thought of. It's a work of art. It really is. And takes nothing away from other teams in FRC. I think a lot of other teams take part in the robots. But a lot of teams prioritize functionality above all else. And 254 manages to do that perfect combination.
Do that spill that you... I forget who you said it to.
Oh, yeah.
The 3.
1114 maximizes functionality above all else. They use wood, fishing poles, plastic cups, doesn't matter. 1114 maximizes functionality. 2056, elegance and simplicity and incredible design. They don't have the bells and whistles of a 254, but their functionality, in many cases exceeds what 254 does. So that's where they kind of stand in their own right. And then 254, their robot is a showpiece. It's beautiful. It's functional. Top to bottom, it's gorgeous. So these 3 teams in the top 25 have slightly different ways of designing and looking at their teams and their team structure, but they all find a way to be competitive at such a high level, and that's what's so great about the first robotics competition, is learning from these teams. If you're going to a championship, 254 is going to be there. They're a Hall of Fame team. Go into their pit. Look at their publication materials. Look at their robot. If you're not inspired by that, you can get out, as far as I'm concerned. It's incredible.
It's just their pit looks phenomenal. Their robot looks phenomenal. It's just they're just a team to really look up to, and I think they have that from so many people already. And if you're not in that boat, there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
So. And
a great thing is that 254 at championship is incredibly focused. They're a team that their goal is to win a world championship. They're already in the Hall of Fame. They want to win a world championship. Their pit is busy at championship. It's tough. So it was great to go up to Waterloo and be able to see 254 in a regional setting where they were comfortable with. 1114 was there, which they're close with. 2056, so to see them in a relaxed atmosphere, got to go in their pit, talk to their kids. It was just a great experience, and they have a lot of great stuff. The robot has just a ton of great features. They're okay with And, not surprisingly, I took a lot of pictures of the robot. A lot of people took a lot of pictures of the robot. And I already have a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to implementing in future years. And that's kind of what it's all about.
Yeah. It was just have the three of them under one roof was really something special. And just going, from 1114's pit to 2056's pit to 254's pit. And then having, 1241, 1285, 4039, all there too is just, it was quite, the experience, and it was awesome. So, but yeah.
Boom, ding, ding, ding.
So that's it right now through 4 weeks. Just like that. It's over.
Just like that. I'm going to go buy a new 254 shirt right now.
Right now. So again, we guys just really appreciate you hanging out with us. It was awesome. Almost 2 hours now. So thanks for taking time out of your day to watch us, and we hope you enjoyed it. And
if you go to 254's website right now, there's a great picture of the snowball fight.
That's awesome. Cool. All right. So, you good?
I'm good. You want to come back for an after show?
Yeah. So we're gonna head out so the recording can end, but we will be back. At least there'll be some music and a blank screen back.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to hang out and chat and stuff, we'll still be here to chat like that. So I think that's it. Thanks a lot, guys, for everything, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Good night.
Good night.